ながら、カリキュラムの改革を今進めています。で、一つがこの7ステップ
One thing is this 7-step curriculum.
で、カリキュラムってのはまあいろんな
School curriculum could take many different shapes, but as president of this school, I wanted to provide a solid structure in the learning process. That's why I made these 7 steps. You have a leaflet of the school, so please read it later. We have no time to do so right now. Students go up these 7 steps, and we call it 7 steps. I am not reading them out for you, so please read it later on in the leaflet. Students are walking up these 7 steps in their learning process. And as you may notice, the first step is the reflection lab, where they learn to do self-reflection. They need to master this skill first. And as they move up in the curriculum, they come back to do the reflection, whatever they learn. This way, we can actually make a big difference in their learning curve. I know it from my own experience. And that's why they learn how to do the reflection first, and then use this technique throughout the rest of the steps. And next one, cutting-edge expert courses. Our school has 18 locations nationwide, like Tokyo, Osaka, Nagoya, and Fukuoka, to offer 45 different expert courses where they can learn a particular field of interest in depth. But we don't want them to stay in their own silo, so that's why we offer a unique step of Crossover Friday. On Fridays, they can work together with other students from other expert courses. We are doing this based on educational philosophy. I thought students would feel shy, but they actually very excited and enjoy collaborating with students from other fields of expertise, so that's incredible. And there are other big events like Crossover Summit and Fuji 5 Lakes Summit. So these 5-star professionals are proposed in our curriculum as a paragon of human capital in the coming age. We want our students not only to be an expert in one particular field, but a professional who has transferable and adaptable skills. And that's why the step 5 is a 5-star professional lecture. And it is my great honor that I am going to be the teacher of this step. It's going to be on-demand lectures available for our 10,000 students. So these 5 professional skills, I don't get into details of each, but this includes the creative communication skill that we talked about, and collaboration skill, project planning skill, innovation skill, and globalist skill. That's what they learn. This diagram represents this concept. And that's not the end of our curriculum based on my own philosophy. I think it's very important for them to develop interpersonal skills because many professionals who are not successful have poor interpersonal skills. That's why you see here, it would take like 30 minutes to discuss each, so please read the leaflet later. But again, understanding specific elements of breakdown is the most important thing. You don't want to oversimplify this with a general term like interpersonal skills. So like face-to-face communication skill, nonverbal communication skill, acknowledging challenges, taking action for reconciliation, and ego management. We teach students as young as 18, 19 years old those interpersonal skills in our curriculum. And this curriculum culminated in July 2023 with the Fuji 5 Lakes Summit held at the Fuji 5 Lakes Academia. This is not a painting, this is a photograph. It looks like a painting, but it's not. See Kawaguchi Lake with Mount Fuji on the back? And this is another picture showing the landscape. And this is a concert hall and another room. We use this facility to hold the summit, where students from different professional courses like design, hospitality, visual arts, and business participated to do professional labs to acquire 5 professional skills. The first one is Art Business Lab, and the second one is Reflection Lab. Art Business Lab was an assignment to create a business plan utilizing arts to revitalize this Fuji 5 Lake region. We selected 30 students out of 5,000 high school sophomores of 18 school locations, and we made 6 teams of 5 to do a business contest. That's the winner team doing the presentation. And they won second place. I was so impressed to find out why she was crying. You'd think second place is great, but she was disappointed with the result. Cannot wait to see her come back stronger. And this is the award ceremony. After this art business lab, of course, they did the reflection lab. Winning the contest is great, but what's more important is to look back at their team activities and inner self. So we had them do the reflection, team reflection, and a personal reflection. As I said, students came from many different fields, and the team reflection time goes like this. They discussed how they could have come up with better ideas, and there is a reflection sheet that they used as a guideline. And the personal reflection is about looking back at their personal mind. It's ego management, in other words. They work on it individually. Like, I was a little jealous of Mr. Suzuki, or I was not happy when his idea was adopted, not mine. So it's about being honest with your negativity, because you cannot get away from ego. It's part of you as long as you live. But you can learn to take a hard look at your own ego by developing another you who can be an observant of your own ego. And again, this is a reflection sheet that they can use. So, I also want to discuss about the second Fuji Lake Summit next year. We Academia, the 21st century, is undergoing a very fast evolution, so how will it evolve? From this year, we are going to participate as a core organization in this innovative project. It's called Fuji 5 Lakes Forum. It's led by Yamanashi Prefecture, and many different interesting organizations participate. This is not a regional revitalization project. This is a national project. Simply put, the finest tourist resort and advanced metropolitan functionalities are combined to create an unparalleled innovative region through this grand enterprise. I think you remember the slogan of Minerva University, City as Campus. Of course, we do not have a global campus like them, but this Fuji 5 Lakes facility will be their campus. So the second summit, the theme will be, the first summit theme was about creating a business plan, but the second theme will be about creating a social plan to make this region a nature in the metropolitan area. It will be held April next year. And why are we doing this summit? It's because thinking about the future of Japan and social reforms through their vision and mission is very important for students. we want to make this our school's core principle. I think you all agree with this. I think this way because I've seen many people throughout my life and learned that successful people typically have a very strong vision and mission. I think those people win friends and win customers' trust because of this. Those who are only thinking about money and promotion are not leading happy lives in the long run. So, that's why I want young people to learn about the importance of having a mission and a vision. And this will be one of those campuses. There will be many different themes for this summit, from environment to art to culture, for designing metropolitan area. So it will be very exciting. And I do not have time to get into the details about this one, but actually we also have started to work with people outside Japan. I just went to Los Angeles and signed an agreement to collaborate with 9 universities and other institutions. So this Fuji region will become a center of active international exchanges. And last but not least, I'd like to mention that we are facing so many challenges in the 21st century. I do not have many years left in my life, unless I'm lucky enough to live another 20 years, for example. But young people have a very long life ahead. And concerning Ukraine war, pandemic, environmental issues, to name a few, the 21st century will be full of challenges. So, what can we do as an older generation for those new generations? This is to develop people who can overcome whatever the hardship through great vision and wisdom. Or supporting their growth might be a humbler way to put it. This is a mindset I have in operating this school. Where the 21st century education is heading, I opened my speech with this question, and what I just said is my answer to this question. With that, I conclude my keynote speech, and thank you so much.